Namaste ji, namaste. Welcome to Courtroom. Hope you're doing well. So NLSAT has updated its pattern for 2023 and we will take a look as to how to prepare for this exam. We are going to be discussing certain FAQs such as is it too late to prepare for this exam and what all should you be doing. First, we will discuss the format that has changed. So in the old format, last year when I took the exam, it was 10 passages in part B, as in 10 cases for which you have to write a solution. They are going to be asking for your decision. So they will give you a situation. No prior knowledge of law is expected. You do not need to go through IPC, torts, contract, constitution, etc. Anything that you do for a standard law entrance exam is not required. The legal subjects, that is. It is absolutely not required. You need to give them a decision based on the situation that you are given. Last year there were 10 such situations that you were given, and for 5 marks each, that was for 50 marks. Then essay was 15 and interview was 10, 75. Alright. Now in part B of this exam, there are only going to be 6 cases. Great work, because when I took the exam last year, I also felt that this was an overkill because it took a lot of time. Many students couldn't even write the essay. They couldn't reach to the essay portion because part A is also heavy, and part B there were 10 case laws. Basically there were 10 cases to be solved, practically speaking, and it was just way too much. So 6 cases for 10 marks, that is 60 marks. Essay is 15, 75. So interview stands scrapped, and that is also great because last year also this was too heavy and too tedious a process, because the assessment procedure for them, for the teachers inside the campus, must have also been quite grueling, because to assess, to create questions, to create original questions is really a task. All right. So the newer format that is going to be taking place this year on 30th of April is far easier compared to the previous format, which is a great step. They have taken the feedback from the students as well as must have taken feedback from their own teachers, which is absolutely great. Props to them for listening in to folks. All right, part A is, now let us discuss about part A. So when I took the exam last year, it was with the sole aim to teach for it a little bit better. I'll link to my vlog and my own experience. यहाँ पे iCard वगैरह में डाल दूँगा, but that is pretty much now. I think watching it may just not be fruitful. Last year when I went to take the exam, I wanted to undergo the process of what a student will go through when taking this real life exam. There are a couple more changes as well. I'll just elucidate them in a bit. Now part A, if you go through part A, that is 2022 ka question paper, hopefully you have it. If you don't have it, I'll leave the links to everything in the description. You can go to our Telegram channel, and in the file section you will find that question paper of that channel. So I'll leave the link to everything in the description. Part A is current affairs heavy. एक चीज तो जो तैयारी करनी है, just like any other law entrance, is current affairs. Current affairs, buddy, part A is filled with current affairs. You will find 2 to 3, ideally speaking 2, but in some cases even 3 current affairs per passage that they provide you in part A. Then part A is critical reasoning. It's not a test of your English, it is primarily critical reasoning. And now what do I mean by critical reasoning? So critical reasoning is verbal reasoning. For example, what is the author trying to say? Which of the following will strengthen the author's argument? Which of the following will weaken the author's argument? Which of the following is a reason for the author's argument? And which of the following, if true, will prove the author incorrect? Stuff such as that. That is critical reasoning. Then they'll give you 1 to 2 standard questions of English comprehension, which is very, very school and very, very basic level. Then we have legal reasoning. So just like wo principal fact wale question that you get in a standard law entrance, they will connect it to a passage. They will cook up a fictional situation based on the passage, associated with the passage, and even the current affairs will be associated with the passage only. And then they are going to be giving you this fictional situation, and they will create a fictional section as well. So it is pretty much a principal fact wala question. Expect 1 per passage. All right. Then you have aapka grammatical errors of English. They will mark out 1 sentence in the passage and they will tell you what is the grammatical error in that sentence, or they'll ask you antonym, synonym, etc. English related stuff, vocab related stuff basically. And that is also for 75 marks. So total is a 150 mark paper. And Last year they gave passages A to H, so that basically 8 passages if I've counted it correctly, and roughly speaking 9 questions per passage on an average, जिसके अंदर से 3 to 4 questions are either you know them or you don't know them, and then the other stuff requires time to solve out because it is critical reasoning. So therefore time management becomes very crucial. All right, last year the exam took place Delhi mein, NLU Delhi mein 2 to 4:30, and this year the time has changed, so it is 10 a.m. in the morning till 12:30 in the noon, which I believe is a much more favorable time because by 2 to 4:30 सबकी battery out होनी शुरू हो जाती है, but 10 to 12:30 is peak energy time. So people will be better at this exam this year, and especially last year. Last year was the first time that this exam was conducted, so nobody knew what was about to hit them. That is why, well, we had to go in and take the exam ourselves. Now, last year seats were 60. This year seats have doubled 120. Last year part A was only a screening / qualifying. People gamed it as well. Some people gamed it कि भैया स्टैंडर्ड तुक्के भी मार के आ जाऊंगा, पहले पार्ट बी कर दिया था एंड देन फिर पार्ट ए कर दिया था. पार्ट ए में अगर OMR शीट मिली तो उसमें तुक्के भी मार दिए काफी, अगर सही भी हो गए, बिकॉज you are anyway going to get a negative for an unattempted question, you are going to get a negative for an incorrect question as well. So this is a very unique exam. In fact, online mock test software interfaces also don't allow for negatives for unanswered questions, but well, this is very unique. This year, Part A matters, your performance in Part B matters. For an unreserved category candidate, you need to get a 75 percentile. You need to be scoring above the 75 percentile, not the 75 percentage mark. So 75 percentile is you need to be in the top 25. Presume that 100 people or 100 students are taking this exam in a room. You need to be scoring more than 75 other students, all right? And in both. So the final cutoff, the final rank list, all of that formula is with them only. I don't think that there is information available in the public domain based on which we can even estimate what is going to happen in this exam, all right? And they have said we are going to be assessing, based on performance in Part A, we are going to be assessing answer sheets for Part B in 1:5. So 5 answer scripts per seat. So roughly speaking, they will be assessing only 600 answer scripts. That is to be assessed for Part B. Now we go into the FAQs. Is it too late to prepare now? Absolutely not. Why do I say this? Because this is an exam which is open-ended. It doesn't require any specific preparation. It doesn't have a specific set syllabus. All it is dependent on is your reading and writing skills, which have already been developed up till now in your school and college. So if you have a strong base, I suggest that you take a shot at this exam. अगर पापा मम्मी बैंगलोर नहीं जाने देंगे, कोई बात नहीं, पेपर दे के तो देखिए. Take a reasonable shot because it is the #1 ranked most premier law school in the country. And if you get a seat in it, they are absolutely bang on with their administration. So right now, so everything is clear. Like for example, you can even see this in their admission process that they have given a deadline of 31st December 2023 as well for people to graduate and produce their final graduation degree. No other university, every other university keeps students in the dark. This is they are extremely professional people. If you get in, go ahead with it. All right, so take a shot. It is absolutely not late to prepare. Last year, a couple of students who went in to NLS, they even started as late as March. So it is absolutely not late to prepare, and they didn't even do any specific preparation because the exam doesn't command, or exam doesn't get that, because they have designed the question paper in such a way. Now, critical reasoning and current affairs तो करने ही करने हैं. ये काम तो आपने करना ही करना है. ये आपको specific preparation चाहिए और आपको थोड़ी सी practice चाहिए principle और fact वाले question पे, which you can very easily find in past year CLAT and AILET. And for Part B, the passages, what you can do is CLAT में वो जो questions दे रखे, like for example, take up the CLAT 2022 का paper and the legal reasoning section के अंदर just presume those MCQs are not given and नीचे presume कर लीजिए. Question basically आपने frame out करना है कि decide in whose favor are you going to decide the case, as in whose favor are you going to decide the case and why. That is the question. So presume that the MCQs are not given and then consider the passage as such. Also assume कि principle नहीं given and then you can practice out. अगर आपने part A के लिए legal reasoning करनी है, so just treat the question as it is and try to solve it, because that will solve your legal reasoning, will give you enough practice. CLAT AILET में questions भर के रखे हुए हैं. In fact, many mocks that will be created will be straight cut copy paste of CLAT AILET, because well, that's how it is, because creating a creating an original mock for the NLSAT has taken me for the last 20 odd days. I've been creating an absolutely one-to-one replica of an original NLSAT mock, and it is tough. Alright, it is tough. Alright, करंट अफेयर्स इमीडिएटली करने हैं, ये एरिया आप नहीं छोड़ सकते बात के लिए. यू विल हैव टू मतलब करंट अफेयर्स अभी ही काम करना. ऑलराइट, मॉक्स कहाँ से लें? आई एम श्योर दैट देयर आर मल्टीपल पीपल मस्ट बी ऑफरिंग ऑनलाइन मॉक्स. We are offering it in our online batch. You can also consider joining that if you wish to. Otherwise, there is absolutely no need as well. Link to everything is in the description. We will also be conducting offline mocks. I am going to be leaving a link to the Google Forms. The offline mock will be a one-to-one replica of the NLSAT exam. We will in fact call you in to the center at 10 to 12:30. And then you're going to be sitting and taking the exam as if you will be taking it in NL Delhi. That will, I think, I have created one original mock up till now. I am on target to create 2 more, so there will be 3 NLSAT full-fledged mocks. If you are already in our online batches, there is no need to fill the form. You will be invited to take the mock because that has always been a part of our strategy to make our students go through the absolute experience of the exam before the exam takes place. If you're not enrolled with us, that's absolutely not a problem. I'm leaving a Google form link down below in the description. Just fill that up. The mock test price range is going to be somewhere around the 2000 rupees mark because it is an offline thing and we will need to assess your answers. We will give you an OMR sheet. We will call you in, etc, etc. Yes, I understand that it is a costly affair. Costly as in reasonable perception hai. Reasonable for me may not really be reasonable for you, but we can't really go lower than that. But it will be somewhere in that range. I haven't really finalized a budget range for that. Anyway, that is per mock. And we will see whether we can offer 3 to you folks, because our offline mock for our offline students is starting in February. For the students who are not associated with us in any form or manner, we will start them in March. I'll leave the link to the Google form. I'm repeating myself. You will get an email as soon as March starts about containing all the details. All right. Then we go to time management. Time management is the essence of this exam because last year when I took this exam, I kid you not, it takes a toll on you to read so much and constantly solve questions and then write so much and then finally. But this year part B में 6 ही केस कर दिए हैं, thank God, क्योंकि वो 4 का लिखते लिखते the mind short circuits. But काफी students last year I observed, so the exam started at 2, even till 3:30 they weren't able to get out of part A and part B 4:30 बजे तो exam ही खत्म है. तो पार्ट बी में एसए के सेक्शन पे इनफैक्ट 5 केसेस ही लिख पाए थे एंड दैट डिड देम इन. दिस एग्जाम इज ऑल अबाउट टाइम मैनेजमेंट, योर राइटिंग स्पीड एंड बेसिकली mainly it tests your English and the way you express yourself in the language. Essay, the standard topics. Last year one topic on which that I wrote an essay was One Nation, One Election. And then I humbly implore you to take a shot at this. Even if you're focused completely on the CUET PG, you want to go to DU, etc., it's absolutely fine. Take a shot at it because it serves as very good practice. And who knows, agar ho bhi gaya, open-ended exam, because no specific preparation is required for this exam. तो अगर open-ended और हो गया, nothing like it. क्या पता वो 3 idiots की तरह पापा मान जाए बैंगलोर जाने के लिए. Might as well take the shot. It is you will get a great experience, of course, at this college. That's obviously doesn't even need to be said. All right, so it is not too late to prepare. Please be rest assured on that fact. I wish you all the very best and start preparing current affairs abhi se. बाकी rest तो फिर भी can be managed, but current affairs की गाड़ी काफ़ी निकल जाएगी. Start from September, October onwards till about March. और क्योंकि अगर आप पिछले साल के भी क्वेश्चन पेपर उठाएंगे, one passage in part A was dated 6th of April. इमरान खान की गवर्नमेंट कोलैप्स पे आया था वो 6th of April. So they go as late as spotting passages till then. That is why मैंने भी अभी मॉक नहीं बनाए थे, अब तो खैर अब बनाए कि January, February, March, April से भी passages in part A they pop up. So we also want to be associated with the very recent current affairs. ठीक है जी. All right. Wishing you all the very best. I hope to see you secure a seat. Prepare for this exam seriously. Though no specific preparation is required, current affairs, critical reasoning तो करनी ही करनी है. And whatever I have told you, जो पार्ट बी कैसे टैकल आउट करना है, just try to follow that. Look up CLAT AILET past year papers. You will get those situations in your hand any which way. They are your best friend, in fact. It's just that modification करनी है उन्हीं questions की in your mind, and then you have to try practice writing answers more and more if you are dead serious about this exam. All right, wishing you all the very best. Take care. Bye.